Black Wall Street is an example of a black successful community that thrived during impossible times. It was destroyed because of hatred, but can be used as a blueprint for success today. When we think of Black History Month, we often think of the same stories, from Martin Luther King Jr. to the Civil Rights Movement, slavery, or even emancipation. It was during this month that I found out about a Black American community that formed quickly and thrived until it was destroyed. I first found out about Black Wall Street by listening to NPR talk about the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. In this piece, NPR was interviewing an artist named Paul Rucker, whose artwork was honoring the achievements of Black entrepreneurs and visionaries right after the Civil War. This article stuck with me and made me want to learn more. In 1906, Ottawa W. Gurley, a wealthy Black landowner, resigned from his presidential appointment under President Grover Cleveland and left his home in Arkansas to participate in the Oklahoma Land Run of 1889. Ottawa W. Gurley was born a freed slave in Huntsville, Alabama, and was largely self-educated. Gurley envisioned Oklahoma as a start to a new life for Black American families after emancipation. He started at once building the infrastructure for a new town. The word spread quickly. Hundreds of sharecroppers and entrepreneurs found their way to the newly formed Greenwood community in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In the early 1900s, the Tulsa became the oil capital of the world, and Gurley's Greenwood grew right along with it. The Black population rose from 2,000 to 9,000, according to the C-SPAN article and video. I found surviving eyewitness from the Tulsa Massacre sharing her accounts during a Senate hearing. She said, "When you talk down about Black Wall Street, you would have seen 35 thriving city blocks of over 108 Black-owned businesses. These businesses had Black doctors, lawyers, general store managers, and entrepreneurs, etc. Entrepreneurs like John and Lola Williams built sweatshops and erected the Dreamland Theater. Thanks to contributions from over 108 businesses, the Greenwood community of Tulsa was worth over $27 million to today's senators." It is important for us to understand that Greenwood didn't operate in a vacuum. Greenwood serviced the community in the city of Tulsa, much like New York, with different ethnic communities that support New York. The beginning of the end. This magnificent community came when a teenage female white elevator operator accused a young Black man of touching her in the elevator after her manual elevator violently jerked. After the elevator incident, she was confronted by a coworker that told the police. The young Black man was arrested in his home. Sarah, the teenage elevator operator, dropped the charges and didn't want it to go any further. The young Black man was expected to be released. The next day, Tulsa newspaper gets a hold of a story and creates a false narrative that enrages the white citizens of Tulsa. Historically, records state that the May 31st, 1921, a mob of white residents attacked the Black residents of Greenwood, Black Wall Street, and destroyed their home and businesses. They caused over $21 million in damages. However, the community of Greenwood was not defenseless. They had World War I Black veterans that were willing to defend their community to the end. I know this was hard to believe, but not the first domestic aerial attack on American soil happened during the Tulsa race riots. Some survivors recalled seeing people in planes dropping incendiary bombs. This shows how hard Greenville people fought for the community. They weren't going to go down without a fight. Efforts to rebuild Greenwood were blocked over 70 years, and the story of Greenwood, Oklahoma was never mentioned in history books. The descendants of Greenwood were left with only pictures, memories, and family stories of the famous Black Wall Street. I reviewed some documents from the Tulsa, Oklahoma State records that showed in 1997, Oklahoma State legislature commissioned a study of the Tulsa riots of 1921 to research the events of May 31st and June 1st, 1921. On February 21st, 2001, the community reported back that reparations to survivor descendants were necessary. This is important because it is officially recognizes the damages done to Greenwood and begins the healing process. Just like the phoenix rising from the ashes, Black Wall Street is finally rebuilding and reclaiming its legacy. Today, I'm happy to say that Black Wall Street is back on the map It serves as a blueprint and legacy for all the Black businesses trying to make their mark. There is an interactive museum dedicated to Black Wall Street called Greenwood Rising that opened in August 21. The museum greets you with the voice of Maya Angelou reciting her famous poem, Still I Rise. I visited the Greenwood Rising Museum online and found out the staff are descendants of Greenwood. The museum literally serves as a living testimony with heart-wrenching exhibits. Finally, we can use the legacy of Black Wall Street to fuel the support of Black businesses today. An article I watched from the ABC News article, Reviving Tulsa, Black Wall Street, shows the benefits of business incubators, small business networks, and access to start up for capital of budding Black entrepreneurs. The revival of Black Wall Street shows us that supporting the diversity of business benefits everyone. So, in conclusion, Black Wall Street was created by resilient visionaries that believed in success regardless of the current circumstances. They created a multi-million-dollar community that contributed to Tulsa as a whole. One man's vision became Black Wall Street, a thriving safe haven for thousands.